The heck was that? What's going on? So what's going on in crypto? Bitcoin obviously is just not doing very well. So we're gonna see what's going on in the charts and dive right into it. If you guys are new, make sure you hit the like and subscribe. It does help for the channel. Hit the bell notifications so you get notified every time I post a video or go live. I'm gonna share my screen in a moment. The crypto fear and greed index took a tumble again, and that's to be expected when Bitcoin gets a dump. So let's get right into it. And I'm just gonna get everything set up here. Hold on, bear with me. So let's go. If you guys would like to join the trading group where I post Bitcoin setups and altcoin setups every single day, link to join is in the description on YouTube. That is a great place to join. I've been making money over there today, so feel free to join. And if you guys just want to join the Telegram group, link to join is on YouTube and TikTok. That is free. That's where I give you just general updates on when I go live and stuff. If you guys don't watch my videos all the time. Let me share my screen really quick, and then we'll get right into it. So I was bearish on Saturday, and so far I've been right. We did get a pump a little bit to the upside, but overall Bitcoin has not performed very well. So let's go and look at the crypto fear greed index. Right now we're currently coming in extreme fear at 15. A few days ago we were at 10. And then we went up to what, 33, and now we're back at 15. So anything below 10, I buy. If we go down 9 or lower on the crypto fear greed index, I will be buying more Bitcoin this week. We'll see what happens, but right now we are in extreme fear, and that's just kind of what we got going on over there. Hold on a second. Let me look at this. So I did just take a short on this coin. Maybe I'm wrong. I already made a little money today, so I can't complain. But I did want to take this short, and it's looking like it's already going to get wrecked. Well, we'll see. The 50-minute time frame is overbought, so if we start to get curved down on the RSI, I'll be okay. I was a little worried this is going to become some kind of bull flag and going to move up. So I am just risking like $6. Actually, the longer I look at this, the more likely this looks like we're going to get moved to the upside here. We'll see what happens. I'm short on it. Maybe I took that a little prematurely. My stop is 47.27, so we'll see if I'm right or not about that. It actually looks pretty much, it looks bullish to me right now, actually. I should not have taken that. Yeah, I'm about to get stopped out. Damn, that was quick. Anyways, let's go over and look at Bitcoin. So right now, and Bitcoin, yeah, Bitcoin also was in this little falling wedge here, and it broke out. I kind of rushed the trade because I was going live, and I should have waited. But anyways, right now, Bitcoin does have a little mini falling wedge that could break you back up to $85,547. So we'll see if that happens. But that is kind of what we got going on for Bitcoin. It does look like it wants to break back to the upside as we speak. So, and that's a pretty bullish engulfing candle. That is a very good sign for the bull. So if you look at the 7-minute time frame, same situation. If you look at the 15, it's overbought. But the 7-minute and the 5-minute, you can clearly see we are getting a move to the upside. So if we jump to the 1-hour time frame, also Bitcoin looks beautiful on the 1-hour time frame. I mean, this is still a descending triangle, but right now Bitcoin, at least short term, is oversold, and it's likely you get a bounce. The 4-hour time frame is oversold. It's likely you get a bounce there, and the 6-hour time frame as well is looking bullish. Actually, 6 hours a little overbought still. But anyways, a 4-hour time frame and less look good for a bounce. And again, if we go back to the smaller time frames, that would take you up to around $85,600, $85,700. Now let's go over and look at Bookmap and see where all the liquidity is at. Usually, wherever the most liquidity is, that is where Bitcoin does eventually go. So let's go see. Right now, Bitcoin has a little bit of liquidity up here at 84.8. That's pretty much where that level is. 84.9 actually is pretty much where Bitcoin has the most liquidity. You can see you have some green down here, but overall Bitcoin has a lot of liquidity around $84,900. That's suggesting that Bitcoin does get a $900 bump to the upside, and that would correlate with the fact that right now Bitcoin's measured move is $85,800, where you do have that. No, you have liquidity at 84.8. So it's likely minimum Bitcoin goes to 85,000. We'll see if that happens or not. Wow, I already lost that trade. So we'll see what happens, but that is kind of what's going on right now for Bitcoin. It looks like Bitcoin is about to get a $1,500 move to the upside, and I could actually take that long. I might do that, kind of tempted. Anyway, should I take that long? We'll see. It is kind of tempting. Thank you for the likes on YouTube. But anyways, that is looking likely for a long. Man, that's kind of juicy. That's tempting. But now I'd be buying a green candle. I don't really want to do that. Yeah, that looks like it's gonna rip though back to the upside. So we'll see what happens. If you guys have requests for altcoins, let me know and I'll look at them. Thank you for the follow, Mike G Plus. I appreciate it. And thank you for the follow, Boss Moves. I appreciate it. So Bitcoin does look like it's going to get that move to $85,500 and change. Now, if I did take the long on this, I think I'm kind of late to the party. My stop loss would really have to be 83,200. And to be honest with you, that's just a little too risky for me right now. That's just going up too fast for me, and I should have seen that as a bull flag, and it showed. Okay, I'm going to stop talking about Mudang. But anyways, Bitcoin right now, yeah, the measure move right now is $85,752. We'll see if we get up there, but that is really the next measure move. And I do see a little resistance for Bitcoin at 85,500, 85,600. So that could give you some trouble. Right now, in the 7-minute time frame, you're trying to crack the 21-day moving average. On the 15-minute time frame, you would be going up to the 21. So this just seems very likely. I think you kind of dumped too fast here, and now you need to get a small bounce back to the upside. So if you guys have requests for altcoins, let me know and I'll look at them. But right now, for the rest of the stream, I'm calling for a move a little bit higher to 85,500 or 85,700. Within that range, that's the most likely scenario for Bitcoin. Also, again, on the 4-hour time frame, I'd be looking for a move back to the upside because it's just oversold. Now, I would love to see Bitcoin go lower, but I still think we can get a move to the downside. But short term into tonight and maybe tomorrow morning, really, into Tuesday morning, I do see a move coming to the upside. It's just the most likely situation based on what I see in the charts. So if I had to do anything at this point, I'd probably go long, but I'm not going to open another trade right now. And that's just what I see going on. It just looks like Bitcoin is going to get a small move to the upside like we are already getting right now. So let me know if you guys have requests, and I will look at them. But overall, I do see a move coming to the upside for Bitcoin. Yeah. So I lost $6 or $7 here. That's okay. We move on. I made like $50 earlier before the stream, so I'm not complaining too much. I talked about XCN. And actually, XCN right now on the 5-minute time frame is trying to put in some kind of Adam and Eve double bottom. That's when you make a rounded bottom, you get a move to the upside, and then you make a higher low V-shaped recovery. That's pretty much what we got going on right now with XCN. That is a beautiful Adam and Eve double bottom. And actually, I even see this. That's an Adam and Eve double bottom, but this is also a left shoulder, head, right shoulder, inverted head and shoulders. These break up most of 80% of the time, or 70% of the time, I should say. So that is a bullish pattern as well. XCN looks like, at least for the night, has bottomed and could get that move back to 1854. Now, we do have resistance at 1594, so we would have to crack that as well. But if you can get above 1592, if you can crack 1.6 cents, though, XCN could really start cooking to the upside. So we'll see what happens. But that is an Adam and Eve double bottom based on what I see in the charts, and we'll go from there. So I'll move it down a little bit so that we can see the price action. But overall, that would be another trade that you could take, not financial advice. That's just what I see going on in the charts right now. So XCN looks like it does want to get a move to the upside. And yeah. So if you guys have requests for other coins, let me know and I will look at them. But that's just what I see going on in the charts as we speak. Yeah. So Bitcoin now pulling back a very little bit. Let's go look at Tesla. I did want to look at Tesla. I want to keep Bitcoin up there, so I need to do that on another page, I guess. So Tesla right now is still bearish, and as long as you are below $300, you're very bearish. You have resistance at around 296 or that $300 range. The next level that I really see Tesla going to, if you can't crack $300 on Monday, and it looks unlikely at this point, would be about 265. If you go down and can't hold 265, I'd be looking for 238 to 240. But if we just look at like the 15-minute time frame right now, I think last Monday I was looking for a bull flag to go to the upside, and now I'm looking for some kind of bear pennant here on on Tesla. It just looks a little bit more bearish than bullish. The most likely scenario is you make some kind of bear pennant and get a move to the downside. And that's just honestly the most likely scenario. It doesn't look as clean or as clear as last Monday, when I saw the bull flag. This isn't as beautiful of a bear flag, but I will say it's still a bear flag. So if I had to take any guess of what happens Monday morning on Tesla, it's like that you continue to fill out this bear flag, because you haven't filled it out yet. And then this, it says sometime no later than, I would say, Tuesday market open, you get the dump to the downside, and that would take you below the support at 270 or 267. So to me, Tesla going into Monday and Tuesday look bearish, but it could take most of Monday to fill out the rest of this bear flag, and then maybe sometime Tuesday or Monday afternoon or Tuesday morning, you get that dump to the downside around. So this is telling me that's likely early next week, Monday or Tuesday, Tesla does hit 267. We'll see what happens. It's even saying that it's likely sometime later in the week, by the end of the week at the latest, you hit maybe 250. So we'll see what happens. But Tesla, to me right now, looks more bearish than bullish. But so I'm watching this closely because I'm looking for another entry on this. But you're below the key moving averages. So to me, Tesla is actually very bearish at the current moment in time. So anyways, that's kind of what I see going on for Tesla. It just does not look very good to me. So we'll see what happens. But that's what we got going on Tesla. So again, I probably won't be taking any longs unless you either get above this moving average at $305. Wait, hold on. I'm looking at the wrong time frame. Unless you get above the moving average at $324 or $325, I will not take a long on Tesla. That is the only criteria. If you get above that 200-day smooth moving average on the 5.5 hour time frame, I will take a long on Tesla. Last time I did that, I bought around 212 and I sold around 325. I think that's what happened. Took 2 months, but that's what I did. So we'll see what happens. So the 5-minute time frame, getting a little bit of a pullback here. It's still, to me, likely that Bitcoin gets the move to the upside. If I did take a long now, and I woke up tomorrow morning, my guess is I'd be in the money, because it might take some time to play out and get the bump to the upside. But the 15-minute time frame is overbought. So if I was going to take a long, I'd wait for the 15 to get oversold. But you have the 1 hour to the 2 hour to the 3 hour to the 4 hour time frame all oversold. I would be looking for the bounce. Now, when you're below key moving averages, my strategy is not to take longs. When you're below, like, even the 15-minute time frame, you're below the 200-day moving average. If you're below that key moving average, I'm not going to take longs when you're below that. But what I will say, if we start to make a bear flag or something, I would take a long. For right now, you could take a long, you could do a scalp trade on this, but I would not want to when you're below the 200-day moving average. That's just not my strategy. I love trade moving averages, and when you're below them, I would not go long. That goes against the trend, so I'm not going to do that. But it does look likely that you are due for a dead cat bounce here. So we'll see what happens. That's just what I see going on. Yeah, that's what I see going on for Bitcoin. I believe we're going to get a small bounce to the upside the rest of the night. I could take another shot on this short, though, for Moondang, but if Bitcoin's going to get the bounce overnight, I probably won't. So for right now, I'm just going to sit and wait for another trade to develop that is probably more bearish than bullish. Unless you get above this 200-day moving average for Bitcoin, I am really not thrilled about anything that I'm seeing. Let's go down to the 1-minute time frame for Bitcoin and see if we got above the 200-day moving average on the 1 minute. So on the 1-minute time frame, you did get above it right here. You did get above it. This line's kind of blocking it, but you did get above it on the 1-minute time frame. You got a small bounce to the upside when that happened, but now you're about to lose it again. So if the 1-minute time frame came and hold the 200-day moving average, that's very bearish. I have the 2 minutes below it as well. Yeah, it is. That's up there, 84.8. So to me, like, I could just take a short right now in the 1-minute time frame because you couldn't get above the 1-minute 200-day smooth moving average, and I could have my stop loss at 84.780. But again, I see the higher time frames getting a bounce. So, but if you're just doing like a 5-minute trade, you could definitely take a short on this right now. I still believe Bitcoin does get the bounce overnight, probably to 85 or 86,000. Nothing crazy, but that's what I see going on. We also have to remember that when the market was closed, Bitcoin got a massive dump to the downside. So if I just looked for a CME gap, my guess is that there would be one up here. And that means that it's likely that Bitcoin does have to go back and retest the high 80K range sometime tomorrow to close the gap. Now, it doesn't have to close the gap, but it does close it most of the time. So I do believe that Bitcoin going into market open tomorrow will get a small bounce to the upside. We'll see what happens, but that's just what I see going on. So let me see if you guys have any requests, and I'll look at them. But yeah, if you guys hit the likes, I appreciate it as well. It does help support the channel. I'm not really contradicting myself, buddy. It's okay. You don't understand how trading works. It's cool. I'm saying the 1 minute time frame is bearish, but the 4 hour time frame is ready for a bounce. Different time frames can be bearish versus bullish. I'm not sure if you understand that. It's okay though. You gotta start somewhere. Like I could take a short right now on the 1 minute time frame, have my stop loss at $84,700, and see what happens. To me, that's too much risk because that's $1,000 away, and I'm not going to do that in the 1 minute time frame. If you're doing that in the 15-minute time frame, that would be okay. Also, now you're below this, but this is oversold. This is a higher low on the 1 minute time frame, and now this is a falling wedge. So to me, like again, that's another reason I wouldn't take that because you have a bullish pattern. Even though you're below the moving average, it's likely now you get the bounce to the upside. Again, that the 1 minute time frame is going to probably start to dig you out of here. You get to move to 85K, and then on the 1 hour time frame, you get that move to the measure move up there at 85.7. So if I had to do anything right now, if I had to take any trade right now, I would go long, and I would have, if I was trading the 1 minute time frame, I would take a long with a take profit at $85,000, a stop loss right here at 83,662. We'll see what happens, and we'll go from there. So that's just what I see going on. Bitcoin looks like it's going to get a small move to the upside, and that's just what I see going on. So at this point, if you guys have requests, let me know, and I'll look at other coins while we wait for this to play out. See, Bitcoin's going to bounce to the upside on the 1 minute time frame. So that's what I see going on for Bitcoin for the next few minutes is a small bounce to the upside. And again, Bookmap still has the liquidity up there, 85,000. So I think the rest of the night, Bitcoin is going to get the bounce. Again, though, I still see the 15 being overbought, but that doesn't mean it's bearish. It just means that the trend is bearish, but that doesn't mean short term we're really bearish. I mean, the trend is down, but you can make a higher low on the 15-minute time frame as long as you do not lose $89,356. So that's just what I see going on is a move to the upside incoming, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't see any requests. So if you guys have requests for altcoins, let me know. I'll look at them. Let me go back to Moonday, which I was looking for a short on. Bitcoin right now what's Bitcoin doing? So 83,650. Yeah, Moonday got the move up and got the move down. So we'll see what happens. But that is not looking good for long. Moonday also is just bearish as heck. So I've been kind of trading it short. It's been making new lows and lower highs. So it's been pretty good to trade. If you look at like the daily chart on Moonday, the reason I've been trading it is because it's been in a massive downtrend. So if you just short it and take profit at all-time lows, you're doing pretty good. The all-time low right now is $44 million market cap, and I'm trading that on weeks. So that's what I've been doing tonight and the last few days, really the last week. And yeah, so I did lose the last trade I took a short on, but again, I made money today shorting it. So overall, I'm still up on the day a lot. So that's Moonday looks to me like you are going to continue to the downside, although short term, again, just like Bitcoin, I do see a bounce coming for Moonday, maybe back to 50 million. We'll see. That is a measure move right now out of this bull pennant here on Moonday. So let's go back to the 1 minute time frame for Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now, not looking fantastic, but that's, what's a 5 minute doing? 5 minute, yeah. It's kind of a sketchy night. I would not want to trade on Mondays. It's kind of indecisive right now, I will say that. But again, I still see a move coming to 85 or 86,000 sometime overnight. So just give it some time to play out. That's still my bias for the night. I could be wrong. So I would not go open up a big trade right now, but that's what I see going on. So yeah, I guess I don't know. I don't see any requests incoming right now, so I will say I'm gonna probably get on out of here because I don't see any requests. I'll be back live on Monday, 11. No, today's Monday, Saturday, 11 p.m. Central Time. If you guys want to join the trading group, link to join is in the description on YouTube. But yeah, I still see again. I'm gonna say it, and I will say it tonight before we wrap this up. I see Bitcoin getting the move to the upside. And again, this falling wedge still has a measured move of 85,547. That is just really what I see going on. So let me go look at another chart. I talked about XCN. XCN still looking good on the 15. How's the 5-minute doing? 5-minute looks good as well. Yeah, I guess Cardano lost $1. That is not a good sign for Cardano. That's also like a rising wedge there. That is not a good look. Cardano, that's like a lower high in the 15 minutes. So the next support for Cardano, if you can't stay above 81 cents, your next support to the downside is 63 cents. So if Bitcoin gets another leg to the downside, maybe sometime tomorrow after you get the small move up like I was predicting, then really Cardano could go down to that next support at 63 cents. So Cardano does not look good to me right now for a move up. It looks bearish short term. So this is actually the most likely scenario. It's likely that you came to the top of the channel now, or you're about to come to the top of the channel. When you get to that top of the channel, maybe around 83 cents, 84 cents, you get moved back to the downside, and then maybe another bounce. And then at some point, maybe you can get the move to the upside if Bitcoin wants to cooperate. But the massive falling wedge on the 50-minute time frame is saying that you have a measured move of $1.30, but you have to fill out the rest of the bottom of the falling wedge, which tells me that short term it's likely we get a few more moves to the downside before we're ready to really break out. But it's like maybe sometime later this week, Cardano could be ready for another leg to the upside. We'll see what happens. Also, if Bitcoin would just go sideways in the range for a little bit, maybe altcoins could start recovering and getting a move back to the upside. So this is something I watch for maybe sometime later this week is some downwards consolidation until maybe the midweek, and then sometime later this week, a move close to $1, and then next week a move to $1.30 would make sense. It could happen in a day. It's just less likely. So we'll see what happens, but that is Cardano. It looks actually bullish to me on the higher time frames. On the smaller time frames, I do see a little bit more downside. So that's kind of what we got going on. And yeah. What else did I want to look at? XRP, what's XRP doing? So XRP again got rejected off resistance at $2.40. Now the next likely scenario would be support at $2 range. You're also making a lower high on the 50-minute time frame. And Bitcoin now up to 84,000. So Bitcoin is also again getting a small bounce to the upside. But yeah, trying to break out of that falling wedge. So I would open along here on Bitcoin just yet. I would wait for the 50-minute time frame to reset. But again, I still see the 1-minute time frame still has a measured move to the upside. So see what happens. What was the measured move of this last flag here on Bitcoin? So the measured move on the 1-minute time frame was 85,120. You have not hit that yet. But that is the measured move on the 1-minute time frame. The 2-minute time frame, yeah, some of these time frames are just indecisive, but the measured move on the 1-minute time frame is still 85K, or 85.1. You have not hit that yet, and it's likely you still get a bounce to the upside. Bookmap still has more liquidity up there at 84.9. So I still think that sometime in the next 1 to 2 hours, you get a move to 84,900 on Bitcoin. That's what we got going on. I don't know. Usually Saturday nights or Monday nights are the better live stream. And I guess more people joined on Monday than today. I don't know if it's because the market's down, people just don't care, or what's going on. But yeah, it's not very busy in here tonight. I still think also Moondang. I mean, I'm still watching. That's a falling wedge for sure. That's not falling wedge. That's a bull pennant on Moondang. But I'm not convinced. It doesn't. I don't see a lot of buying pressure on Moondang, so I'm not so sure that's actually going to get the move to the upside. I would still be watching for a short on Moondang, despite Bitcoin probably getting a small bounce to the upside. Like, I might take another short on Moondang here. But my stop loss would have to be above this wick at 4775, and I don't know if I want to do that. But that's not that crazy risk. I would like to start to wait for a breakdown, but the problem is if you wait for a breakdown in price action before you take your short, then you're not going to have as good of an entry price because you'd be buying it lower. I will say the bear scenario, like the bull scenario is that this is the bull pennant, right? The bear scenario is that you're making the same lows and lower highs, and that's a descending triangle. So you could look at it both ways. I didn't want to say it was a descending triangle because you had this flag right here that was a move up. But to me, it's not looking fantastic, actually. We'll see what happens. I guess if you take out this wick here, it'd be fine. I'm just not going to trade Moondang tonight until I see it more clearly. Right now, it's kind of indecisive, in my opinion. Bitcoin continuing to get the move to the upside. And again, Bitcoin's now, Bitcoin's measured move is still 85.1 on that 1 minute time frame. So we're getting closer to that measured move. Yeah, if you're gonna take a long of Bitcoin right now, your stop would be 83.6. I don't love that. I'm tempted to take a long on Bitcoin, but it's just like I missed out. I'd at least have to wait for the 1 minute to reset. So for right now, Bitcoin looks like it wants to continue up, and I'll leave it at that. I'm probably not going to take any more trades, at least not in the short term. Bitcoin. I'm giving you the move is 85.1 on the 1 minute time frame. We'll see what happens. Also on the 1 minute time frame, are you back above the? Yeah, you're back above the 200-day moving average on the 1 minute time frame. You're also above the 21-day moving average on the 1 minute time frame. Now let's see if we can get to the 2 minute time frame. 1 minute moving average. Usually, whenever you get above it on the 1 minute, you look for the 2 minute. That's currently sitting at $84,700. This actually looks like this long could play out pretty nicely here for Bitcoin at the rate we're going. So if you break the 200-day moving average on the 1 minute, then go to the 2 minute. Usually go to the 2 minute. So again, 84.7 is really the next stop for Bitcoin short term. So we'll see what happens. That's kind of my call for the night. It's a small move to the upside into tomorrow, and then even tomorrow we could get a move above 86K because again the 4-hour time frame is much due for a bounce, very oversold. So I'd just be looking for a few $1,000 move to the upside on Bitcoin tomorrow and tonight. Guys, there's no requests. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I hope you guys have a great night. Unless you guys want to, I can do one request before I get out of here. But overall, I just don't see any. I mean, it's pretty dead. So I'm not quite sure what's going on, but that's just what I see going on. Appreciate it, FL Phantom. Appreciate it. So yeah, that is what I see going on. And I forgot to tell everyone that I am live. Whoops, I forgot to do that. But yeah, that's what I see going on for Bitcoin into tonight. So actually, when I end the stream, if we get this 1 minute time frame to make a higher low, I will probably take a long of Bitcoin for the heck of it. But overall, right now, you'd be chasing. Also, if you really want to dive into it, you're away from the 21. It's likely that at least short term you come back down to 83.9 and then continue your move to the upside for Bitcoin. So, now I would like to see in a long position, I would like to see a bounce off the 21-day moving average on the 1 minute time frame. If you could do that, that'd be a great sign. Or the price could go sideways, and then the 21 can catch up with price action. But anytime you get far away from the blue line, that is a sign that you could get a retracement, even on the smallest of time frames. So the 1 minute time frame likely to get a move back down to 83.9, $200 move, and then from there you would hope to get a bounce around 83.8 or 83.9. I know I'm dissecting the 1 minute time frame, but I'm still bullish on the move to 85K tonight or tomorrow. So that's what I'm looking at, and I guess I'll kind of leave it at that. That's just what I see going on in the charts overnight. So thank you guys for stopping by. I hope you guys have a great night, and I'll be back live Saturday at 11 p.m. Central Time. Until then, trade safe and have a great rest of your Monday night. There's not much left of it, but have a great night. And again, I don't know if I'll take a trade tonight unless I see something beautiful. I'm not saying I'm going to take a trade in Bitcoin. I need to see the bounce now off of the 21-day moving average. But it does still look like to me Liquidity, we have more liquidity at 85.9 or 84.9, I should say. So that's still what I'm calling for tonight. So that's what I got. You guys have a great night, and I'll see you guys in the next live stream on Saturday at 11 p.m. Central Time. Cheers and adios. Alrighty. I'm going to skedaddle. You guys have a good night. If you guys want to join the trading group, link to join is in my description on YouTube. Thank you for stopping by. Cheers. Adios.